Hi guys, it's Miss Natalie here, and today for Tiny Time Travels we are going to be talking about Pompeii. So Pompeii is an ancient city, so that means it was around a really long time ago. And we're going to talk about how we can still learn so much from that ancient city today. So even though it's really old, a lot of the things in Pompeii were very well preserved, meaning they've been able to last all this time. And we're going to talk about how that happened. But first, I'm going to teach you a little bit about Pompeii, and then we'll do a little experiment, okay?
Alright, so here's a picture of the Romans, and those were the group of people who lived in Pompeii about the time of 79 AD. So this is what they might have looked like. Because of how well Pompeii was preserved, we are able to know certain kinds of clothing that they did wear, some of the foods they ate, and what they would have kept in their house, as well as maybe what their homes would have looked like. So this is a picture of a building in Pompeii, and as you can see, it's not in perfect condition, but it still looks pretty good for being very old. As you can see, still some of like the paint and things like that are still on the buildings, and it's still standing upright. In some of the homes in Pompeii, we're still even able to see the artwork that they had on the walls. So they painted their walls like we do, they just kind of had more pictures. So this is a picture of what Pompeii might have looked like way back in 79 AD. So you can see their streets, and they're working in the shops. There is a Roman soldier walking down the street. And if you can see way in the back, there is an image of a volcano. And we are going to talk about that next. So in this picture, you can see Pompeii, and behind it you can see what looks like a really big mountain. But that's actually Mount Vesuvius, and it is a volcano. And Mount Vesuvius did erupt in 79 AD, and that was a very long time ago. It was so long ago that the people of Pompeii really didn't have any way to know that it was going to erupt, and they really probably didn't even know what a volcano was. So because of those things, unfortunately, many lives were lost. However, because of Mount Vesuvius erupting, that's how we're able to know so much about the city today. So when the volcano erupted, it covered the whole city in ash. And the ash is what allowed the city to stay so preserved. So it covered the buildings and everything inside. So next we are going to do a little experiment to kind of see how a volcano works. So the city of Pompeii was not covered in lava like this little volcano is going to shoot out. But if you can imagine, like you see kind of bubbling over all the ash coming out of the volcano, because that's what preserved Pompeii, okay?
Alright guys, are you ready to see the volcano? So what we have here is all you're going to need. You're going to need some baking soda, some vinegar, and you're going to need a cup. I cut the bottom part of the cup out, and then I inserted it there. So you'll see that's where we're going to put everything. You can use food coloring if you want to try to make it look like lava, but you don't have to. It'll work without it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some baking soda and you're going to scoop it in there. Oh, also I took the liberty of decorating my volcano with Play-Doh and then making some mud, but definitely do not do this without parents' permission. Do not make a mess without asking, and definitely have a parent help you with this if you want to do it. So you're just going to put a couple spoonfuls of baking soda in there. An extra spoonful of baking soda in there. And then you're going to put your food coloring if you want to. You don't have to. Alright. And then maybe we should mix that up a little bit, or try to. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright, and then you're just going to add the vinegar.
Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed the volcano, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Pompeii. I just wanted to take this last couple seconds to let you know that all the photos earlier in the video I found on Inspire. Inspire is a database that you can find on our website, myjclibrary.org. under online resources. All right, thanks guys.